Hey guys, my name is Nicole. Sorry, I'm at work. I'm always at work. I work two jobs. Um, but a couple things about the videos that we just watched that has to do with genetics. The second video was really interesting to me. The one that had to do with knowing your genome. Now, I think that that would be super awesome only because uh, I have a daughter that was born with a genetic disorder. She was born with type 3B jejunal atresia with meconium peritonitis. And what that basically means is that when she was born, her intestines were missing an artery, and which meant that she was not able to pass stool or gas. There was literally like her intestines were wrapped around actually. And here is a picture of it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very difficult, but that is actually what hers looked like when they actually went in and did the surgery. But she was born early, and she was actually born the day before Hurricane Irma hit, and she had emergency surgery. And I was very lucky where they were able to fix it. They did go in and what they did was they cut and removed the dead part of her intestines, and they put them back together. But it was an issue for a while because her intestines were really swollen, and then her colon was so thin from not being able to pass stool. So when they put them together, she really struggled, when she was first born, or, to eat. And we had to give her apple juice to loosen everything up to make it a little bit easier. And, basically it was a struggle. So point is, I really appreciated that video because I do think it's important. I blame myself. I was like, what did I do wrong in my pregnancy? Because it could have been environmental factors that also caused her genetic defect, but it also is that it can't be ruled out. And am I a carrier of this recessive gene? Can this happen again? It was very difficult for me to process that there was something wrong with my child. And sorry, I get all emotional talking about it, but it's like, could I better prepared for it? You know what I mean? I felt in my pregnancy that there was something wrong, but they told me, there's nothing wrong. We can't find anything. I kept going into early labor, and they weren't able to see this until she was born. When she was born, she did display some of the symptoms, but they weren't able to figure it out until 24 hours later. So she was actually eating. She was very lucky because this type of jejunal atresia has the highest mortality rate because it causes small colon syndrome. It just has a lot of difficulties. Even if you are successful in fixing it, there normally are a lot of issues in the long run that continue with it. But I was very fortunate enough where my daughter doesn't have any further complications from it. They were able to fix it, and she did miraculous. She was in the NICU for 12 days, and I was able to bring her home, and we were cleared from the specialist 3 months later because she was doing so well. I was very lucky, and I was very blessed. But point is, I would love to know, can this happen again? Can we be more prepared so that way, we were lucky where because of the way her intestines were wrapped around, it actually stopped the hole that was in her intestines from leaking out. Because if that would have happened, she could have died from infection. And, it was just a series of fortunate events. And unfortunate, but fortunate events. And it was very interesting. Not only that, but my family has other health issues as well. Like diabetes runs in the family. High blood pressure runs in the family. Obesity runs in my family. I almost think it's better, let's prepare ourselves, especially as a parent. I would like to be around for my daughter as long as possible, and knowing what what's inside my genes, so that way I can live the best life possible. And I'm trying. We're all not perfect. We all have our flaws, but I think it's super cool. I think you can unlock a lot of information. You can save a lot of people's lives, and you could prepare better. If there's something wrong, then you can, or there could be something wrong, you are a carrier for something, then you could find out better ways to prepare for them, and possibly cures. Thanks for listening, guys.